3, 2, 1, go.
Welcome back to the Trick Talking Meat podcast. I'm your host again, Brother John, with my co-host and smoke show, Spoiled Bat.
How you doing?
We were just talking about a discussion topic. I've got nothing this week. Really, it's because my head was cloudy. I just had to take a mean shit. Sorry, I'm late. You were thinking, I was dropping a deuce, I would have come up with something good, but I didn't, man. I ate mall Chinese food on the way over here. And I ain't gonna lie to you, dude. It was like a Japanese bullet train at rush hour. I know y'all were waiting, but I got nothing.
No,
it's fair. That was me over this past weekend. I was
For 3
shitting my brains
days.
out.
Oh, did you have the 3 minute showers?
No. It was
my grandmother would refer to it as the trots, if you will.
Trots?
It was.
I don't get it either.
I was making Play-Doh. It was.
It was like
pretty.
a fun factory.
Just constant stream. I was like, when is this going to end?
You guys, oh my god!
Was the watery kind or the doughy kind?
Oh, it was doughy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's like when you wipe your ass, you got to wipe your ass like a second time, like 20 minutes later.
Yeah, like a whole half
you had
roll
like
of toilet paper.
He had like a case of the butter buns.
So this is what happens when we don't know what to talk about.
We talk about shit.
about each other's shits.
Literally
apparently.
shit.
I hate to open the show with a shit joke, but I mean, I've ended the show with enough shit jokes.
True.
I mean, worst case, it can always get cut out.
Oh, it's not getting cut out because somebody at home's like going, I have butter buns too, man. It's like the perfect time to listen to the show while I'm taking a shit because that's all it's worth. And he's right.
So,
And I said he, yes, I know, pronouns, pal, but like honestly, no girls listen to this.
Probably not.
No.
So would you say that this episode would be the Shit Talking Meat podcast?
The Shit Talking Meat podcast, yes.
Wow.
Here at Quark's Bar and Outdoor Stall Entertainment. The John Radisson, the toilets are broken. We done blown them up.
Oh my god. You guys are guys. Jeez.
And your wife has to put up with this all the way home now.
Yep.
So we spent the first 3 minutes talking about dropping a deuce. What else is new? What do you got, Allie?
Just been playing a game.
What are you playing?
Dragon Age Veilguard.
Oh, there's a shocker. What's
I'm loving it, actually.
I think you were talking about this game the last time, didn't we? We
Yeah.
did a video game episode recently.
Yeah.
And I think you were on to the Dragon Age.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm hyper-focused,
Not
man.
doing the Baldur's Gate, huh?
No, I started Baldur's Gate.
I
and
tried.
then-
I just can't get into it.
Yeah, like the
You gotta
turn
get far enough
bases-
to where you're fucking people.
Yeah.
I got
really
far enough
pulled
to where I
you
can make everybody in the camp naked.
Oh, okay.
Dongs flapping in the wind, free balls
Almost
there.
there. Almost there.
But no, that's about as far.
No, I made it into the goblins. What is it? A fortress, and I made it deep in. And then I messed up. I killed someone I wasn't supposed to, and so now every single freaking goblin is on high alert. And I'm trying to get out, but I can't get out. I'm like inching my way out, but I can't get out. I'm stuck. I screwed myself over.
Like the dwarves in Lord of the Rings. I can't get out.
Yeah, pretty much.
She went deep
Helm's
into Moria, kicked the Balrog in the balls, and said, okay, how do I get out?
And then was killed by goblins.
Yeah.
Multiple times
Oh my
While
god,
naked.
so many times.
in the game.
So many times. And I can't,
that was,
and even,
Dror Ragzlin. That was it.
yeah.
That's
even,
the guy you accidentally fucked up.
Yeah, oops. Even
This is
if
Baldur's
I
Gate?
get,
Yeah.
even
Is that
if
the
I
elf
get
guy,
on
the
the
weird
outside.
vampire elf guy?
Oh, no,
It's
that's
the,
Astarion.
That's Astarion.
Right.
Yeah.
That's Astarion.
That's why she played the game.
Yeah, that is why I play the game.
The gay vampire did it for you.
Yep.
Wow. Okay. Here
Oh
we go.
yeah.
In the house.
Oh, I love him.
Astarion in the house all day.
He's a vampire with an angsty past, and that's my thing. I have a thing. I have a type.
Well, fair enough.
Now with Dragon Age, she's stuck trying to decide who to boink.
Right.
Yeah, I'm in between Lucanus and Emmerich.
You can't go for broke, huh?
Nope.
They don't do the Eiffel Tower in Dragon Age?
Nope.
No high fives,
Nope. People get jealous.
Right.
They get jealous of each other.
Oh,
I go to my video games for escapism, not realism.
right. Yeah, I don't remember having to figure out who to boink on Miss Pac-Man. Boy, Blinky's looking really hot right now.
I mean, let's be honest. RPGs, that's half the game. It's
Right.
a dating sim.
It's really just a matter of it's like Grand Theft Auto. You go in there and you go to the titty bar just to see if they're actually naked or not.
Yeah.
And they is. It's
Yeah.
awesome. Free boobies.
Which,
Anyway,
I mean,
what
you
else
can-
have we been doing?
I mean, that's been it. Well, because I've been streaming Dragon Age, so I've been on YouTube, doing my thing. I started and then I restarted the game, so it's like I had to
I
start
boned
all
the
over
wrong
again.
person. I need to start over.
No, I just got a different rook.
Oh.
She's a punk, so.
Playing anything good? No. If it took you that long to think about
No,
it, then shit.
Shit, what was I playing?
Don't act like you have a life. But no, I was so busy doing this, that, and the other, I couldn't come up with a video game. Sorry.
Oh, God, no.
My lame ass went back to Animal Crossings.
Power World.
Power World.
Yeah,
Power World.
that's your guilty pleasure.
Pokemon with guns.
Right. Pokemon. Is that
Yeah.
the illegal one, like the knockoff Pokemon game that
Pretty
they
much.
were getting sued over it?
It's different enough.
Right.
They're skirting the line,
Right.
towing the line.
You're trying to claim parody when you're just blatantly ripping up a copyright.
Yeah,
I
pretty
mean,
much.
it is pretty parodied, though.
Right. Right.
Yeah, but no, yeah, that's the one.
Does anybody else here play Animal Crossing? Do either you guys got a Switch?
I've actually never played No, I have played
And
Animal
yet
Crossing.
You have the Animal Crossing
and
edition
yet
Switch.
my Switch is the Animal Crossing Switch. That was the only one we could get at the time.
Yeah, that's surely the reason why you bought it.
It is that, and the colors are cute.
It's pastel.
It is.
It's pretty.
Now I want the other one. What is it, like green
Pro.
and purple?
Mine's orange and purple.
I just want purple. Just give me purple.
Mm.
But yeah, no, I would like the one
Didn't you
with
get
the
a free Animal
OLED.
Crossing with the game with the system though?
Nope.
No,
That's
which was
dumb.
absolutely nuts.
Right.
That's dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Why
What the
would you?
fuck?
Yeah, like you got fucking boned is what that.
I know,
is.
right?
Like not even in the good Dragon Age kind of way.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Nice job, Nintendo.
Right. Way to drop the ball. You remember when I was in retail for years, and I've been through like all of the history of Nintendo.
Mhm.
It was unlucky and it was a jinx to buy a Nintendo without a Mario game. It's your first game,
Yeah.
or get one with it. And if you go back in time, you look at it like Super Mario Brothers came with the original
Yeah.
OG 8-bit.
And then you ended up
Super
with
Nintendo came with Super Mario World, the
Yep.
OG. And then 64 came with the Mario game,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
GameCube had Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah.
And then the Wii kind of had Paper Mario or something like that was out about the same time, didn't it? Or was it a Mario All-Star or something?
Well,
no,
it
it
was
came with Wii
All-Star.
Sports.
Well, it came with Wii Sports,
yeah.
but the first game, Mario
Some
game.
of them. The first Mario was All Star, but it didn't come with.
I think when I bought my Wii, it didn't have
I
anything
think,
with the
I think
Wii
it's just
Sports.
Super
and
Mario
that's-
Brothers Wii.
Right.
Yeah.
I think I just played the sports game for like the first 6 months because the bowling was
did.
awesome.
Oh,
and
yeah.
the fishing was awesome, and the boxing.
Yeah, the bowling,
The
the boxing.
bowling was
those
so
were-
much fun.
Yeah, you can't buy a new Nintendo without having an actual Mario game. It's just, even if you don't like the game, you're going to wear it out for a month. Mario
Yeah.
64, though, was the shit, though, admittedly. Game still holds
That's
up.
one I actually haven't played.
Blasphemer.
I never had a 64. That's the only Nintendo that I have never had.
Right?
The only reason why we have it like to be in our collection is because he had it.
Right.
So it's like I never got a chance to play like, GoldenEye. I never had a chance
Oh.
to play
That's hurtful.
any of those games because I just never had a 64. We went right from the Super Nintendo to the PlayStation. So
Yeah, I can see that.
yeah. And I played demo discs on that like for years.
So it's been a couple of weeks since the last podcast. I've been traveling. I went to see Iron Maiden. That was awesome.
Nice.
Nice.
Still killer after 49 years of doing it.
Hell yeah.
Bruce Dickinson still killing it on stage. Next year's 50th anniversary of Iron Maiden,
Wow.
and still going hard.
That's awesome.
Let it out, big guy.
Shit. Sorry.
It sounded like you blew a gasket there, an O-ring or something. You okay there, guy? You ever sneeze while you're trying to take a shit?
You ever sneeze so bad you pull your taint?
Yeah, been there.
Yeah. That's what just happened.
I
Did you just
can't.
blew your taint out? Is that what you just said? How do we go from Iron Maiden back to shit?
I can't say that that's ever happened to me. So
You never like sneezed and queefed at the same time?
not that I can recall. I'm sure it has happened at some point.
So we went
it's a
from, like-
bodily function.
So we went from bad to worse. So we went from shit to pussy farts, basically. I mean, he's writing notes like, this is the part we're going to edit out.
10 minutes in.
10 minutes in, and we got to like delete the part about like queefing.
We've covered shit, queefing.
Every bodily fluid you could think
Sneezing.
of. Sneezing. Farting.
Amidst, video game talk.
Right.
But you talking about Iron Maiden? That's music. We haven't hit up music.
We've never really talked about music. I think Iron Maiden is the greatest metal band of all time.
Really?
Yeah. Fuck Metallica.
Yeah, no.
Okay, give me your hard pitch.
Hard pitch for Iron Maiden?
Yeah.
What's not to love about it, man? Like 50 years. I mean, every album. I mean, God, you go all the way from the 80s. I think their former lead singer just passed away like a couple of weeks ago, too.
Oh, wow.
But we don't care about him because Bruce Dickinson is God. It's so cold. That's so cool. What are the top 3 metal bands of all time? I'd say Slayer would be in there. Iron Maiden. Oof. Megadeth would be a close runner-up.
There are so many.
There's so many of them.
Cause then because you get the old school and then you hit to the point where
I'm becoming a crappy old codger, though. I don't like any of the new shit.
we have oh, will you shut up?
Talk to the microphone and not John.
Or
no,
put the microphone between the two of you.
Our generation is we're millennials, so it's we've got a whole another plethora of bands that shifted the genre a little bit. You've got Disturbed,
System of a Down.
System of a Down. Oh yeah, Slipknot was always great.
Wow. It's the metal version of ICP.
Linkin Park.
Linkin Park. Linkin Park was that really metal though? That wasn't metal. That was more like techno shit, wasn't it?
It was kind of like a mix.
I don't know. When
It
the
was a
rap
mix of
started
all
into
of
the
them.
heavy metal scene, that's when I was like, unless it was like, Bring the Noise from Anthrax and Public Enemy or.
But it's I was a big System of a Down fan when I was in high school, so we listened to System of a Down all the time. And then when
Surge Tankian.
I was I would think it was our senior year that Linkin Park came out with yeah.
Whatever you're about to say, the answer is yes.
Whatever you're
Their
sitting
first
here.
album. I'm trying to think of the name of it and I can't off the top
Did
of my
Linkin
head.
Park really blow up before or
Something
after
Theory.
the Transformer movies? Because weren't they on all the soundtracks?
Before.
Yeah,
they were
kinda huge
way before. Because that was 99 and I don't think the Transformers
That was somewhere in
came
the
out
2000s.
until
wasn't
2003-ish.
it? And those movies suck too.
Yeah, no, well, because they're Michael Bay.
Lots of explosions and do things so fast you can't see what's going on, but then slow it down into slow motion for dramatic effect.
But me, I'm an 80s listener. I listen to a lot of 80s stuff. I love Journey.
Everybody loves Journey.
I know, right?
Steve Perry.
I love Aha.
Steve Perry. Aha. They have
Aha
one
and
more.
Toto, yeah.
Do they have more than one song?
They do.
Aha, Take Me On.
They do.
You only liked it because of the video. Admit it.
That was a pretty badass
The video was badass. So, I ain't gonna lie, but the comic book thing.
But
What's the best band you ever saw live?
Nightwish.
Nightwish, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I've seen a lot of bands live because I used to work concerts.
Right.
So, I've seen
Who's
Black.
the worst band you ever saw?
Worst band? Oh, God. I hate saying it, Allman Brothers.
Oof. That's so hurtful.
They were.
Do you really hate saying it? Because I'm perfectly fine saying it.
The
Say
Allman
it.
Brothers suck.
You can say it.
Well, there's only one Allman Brother.
Yeah, but was
Yeah.
it all? Well, it was like the Allman.
Yeah. And now I think he's gone now.
But that kind of goes into that whole thing with when you go to see the Four Tops and there's no original members left, it's all their cousins and shit. They
Yeah.
just came through Central Alabama and did a show at one of the casinos, and I'm like, there's no way any of those guys are still alive. There's just no way.
Yeah.
And then you look at the lineup, and it's like, yeah, he was the third cousin removed of one of the lead singers from back in the '60s. I'm like, that's not the Four Tops.
Right?
Give me a break with that shit.
It's his cousin or
Just
something,
stop.
you know? It's like...
That's
it's
the Four Tops 3 times removed.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like one top, and he's not even really a top. He's more like a power bottom.
But no, I mean, I've seen Slipknot from backstage. I've seen Black Sabbath from backstage.
Was it with Ozzy or with?
It was with Ozzy. I have met Ozzy.
Hey, give Ronnie James Dio credit where credit's due, man.
Well, true.
Ride the
Very
tiger.
true.
You can see his spots, but you know he's clean. You know what he means.
But Ozzy,
No, he didn't. Nobody knew.
I've seen plenty of Jimmy Buffett's. Jimmy Buffett's was always a fun concert because everybody used to do...
Because his old people getting shit-faced?
Yeah. The whole... Like, it would be a whole day affair. And, you know, and I used to work parking lot at that point, so everybody was doing, like, tailgates and everything.
Were you working the parking lot or were you working the parking lot?
I was just working the parking lot.
Just
Trust
make
me,
that clear.
I was wearing khakis and a polo shirt. It was not that attractive whatsoever.
I don't know, to an old guy, parrot head or whatever.
But
You got real
James
lips.
Taylor was actually a really nice night.
James Taylor?
Yeah, oh yeah, we had people tailgating that and making like
Did you
food
see
and
fire?
offering
Did
us.
you see rain?
I did. I could hear it from the parking lot.
What's the most recent show you've been to?
Oh, it's not Nightwish, is it? We saw something else.
I thought it was Nightwish.
Like Nightwish?
It might have been Nightwish.
Oh, yeah, I'm thinking Night Ranger. I was like, Sister Christian?
Yeah,
No, that's Night Ranger.
Nightwish, the band. Yeah, never mind.
Nightwish,
the Finnish metal.
Finnish.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's badass.
Yeah, no, they are fantastic. Yeah, we saw them. They actually split up a year ago, and now they're back together again.
Split up is went on hiatus.
Yeah, but you know they're back again. At least they just released a new album actually, like last month. So.
What about you? Well, I guess you were with her, so it doesn't really count.
Yeah.
Nightwish, Kiss, and Black Sabbath.
Kiss. How many times? Like which retirement tour are we talking about?
Oh, I haven't seen them.
Oh,
I haven't seen them live. I was just at my 3 are.
Oh.
That was one that I actually did not see live. I don't believe. I
What,
don't
Kiss?
remember Kiss. Yeah.
really?
Which is weird because it was up in the Boston area.
Like I'd kill to get a time machine
Aerosmith
and
was
jump
great.
back in time to see Kiss live.
Right.
And that's another
I
one.
took my daughter to
Aerosmith.
see him like 2.5, 3 years ago, right before COVID, or I guess like 4 or 5. I guess it's more like 4 or 5 now. But their 8th retirement tour.
Yeah.
She had the option though. I was like Elton John or Kiss, and she wanted Elton John. I was like,
Yeah.
I love Elton, but I love
Oh, yeah.
70s Elton, like before he got old and worn out.
Yeah.
Like, and she went to Kiss, and she was like, and she knew the songs, but she didn't know them. But like once she heard them start playing, I'm like, oh, I know this one. Like, yeah, it's like she's like came out of it like, oh, I didn't know it was gonna be like that, Dad. I'm like, yeah, it's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
It's a party.
Hear that?
Yeah, that heavy bass line is just killer.
Yeah.
And Gene doing his thing. But Kiss was only designed. I mean, it's a very juvenile band. It's metal for 14-year-olds.
Yeah.
That don't grow up. And that's exactly what it was made for.
But
it's the only band that was.
nostalgic.
Every band was out there trying to get laid, but Kiss was the only band out there trying to get you laid. That's the difference. Like Gene wanted to share ass with everybody.
Yeah, no,
Maybe David Lee Roth would be a second. Maybe early Van Halen also wanted to get you laid.
Aerosmith, Steve Tyler, great guy. He's a super nice guy. Have
you met him?
My dad has.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
My dad. Okay, so when you're in Boston and you have an Aerosmith concert, they have 2 stages because they want to play for Boston because they're from Boston.
Right.
And so they had a stage, the main stage, and then they had a stage up in the lawn. Well, they had to go get from one stage to another. So at that point, they had some of the biggest guys in the security, which is what I used to work with my dad. And my dad, who is, 6 feet, I don't know how much he weighs, but he's a big guy. No, he's a big guy.
She's not saying the inches. She's just saying the feet.
Yeah.
That was just in girth.
He says he's not 6'3". I thought he was 6'3". So
he's saying he's 6 even?
Yeah.
Then he shrunk as an old man.
Probably.
Well,
That's actually true. Yeah, I forget that kind of happens.
I saw my dad this weekend. He looked like he was shorter.
Yeah.
I was like, that's weird. Like, did you get shorter in the
My
last?
mom gets shorter every time I see her too.
Yeah, I have not grown an inch taller, and my dad is shorter than me now.
Right.
Yeah.
So your dad, Aerosmith.
So
yes.
my dad was one of those security guards who had to help take Aerosmith from one stage to another.
But he's not a fat guy.
I'll pause to reiterate.
My dad looks like Sergeant Slaughter.
Really?
Yeah.
I know Sarge.
Like when he has his mustache grown out. Like
Really?
He's doing a beard now, but when
He
he was
always does
doing the mustache, he
Yep.
was straight up Sergeant Slaughter.
Yeah.
Scared the shit out of me.
Right? Has anybody tried his bourbon yet? His brother has a bourbon company, Remus.
Really?
Remus Bourbon. He's supposed to be trying to help me out with that. So
But yeah.
that's one I want to make fun of. But if he gives me one, I'm gonna be like, "That was awesome."
I mean,
Sergeant. I mean, he was GI Joe for fuck's sake. Come on now.
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyway.
So my dad was one of those guys, and as
my
they're
dad doesn't
going
look like
up,
anybody.
while they're going up the stairs, because they went through the crowd, my dad's right there next to Steven, and he hits his hip on one of the armrests of the side, one of the chairs, and he stumbles. And all of a sudden, you have Steve Tyler's grabbing my dad and helping him up. And man, for Steve Tyler to be able to help my dad up, he's strong, man. Because
that's the part of the story I was kind of scratching my head for, because you wouldn't think of like Steven Tyler. I mean, let's be honest, he's not very mannish, is he?
No, but I mean,
he's a very frail guy.
He's
cocaine is a hell of a drug. He's
very slender.
Right.
I'm trying to think
but
of
he's tall.
Movie or TV show. Well, it was one of the 10 movies, wasn't it? Talking about Steven Tyler
he's all
looking like a Muppet.
Yeah. Have you ever listened to, I hate to promote another person's podcast, but there's a podcast I listen to called Your Favorite Band Sucks. And I think they did a 3-part episode on why Aerosmith is terrible.
Aww.
And I disagree with that because I like Aerosmith.
Yeah, no,
and I think one
love
of the
Aerosmith.
things that I thought was the funniest thing they said was that Steven Tyler looks like a wax mannequin that's been left out in the sun for a few weeks. Like I was like, damn, that's cold.
No, for me, I think like my favorite bands, like, I've got my typical ones that I listened to in high school, but I've got to say Guns N' Roses. Even though Axl is an asshole.
Isn't he fronting AC/DC now?
I have no idea. Is
Somebody
he?
told me when Brian Johnson had to step down because he's got vocal cord damage or something, he can't tour anymore. And then Axl stepped in, and I heard a couple of the songs on Sirius, man, and that shit sucked.
So I think Guns N' Roses is great as a cover band. All of the songs that they have covered have always been great. Their Sympathy for the Devil was a really fantastic cover. Sweet Child of Mine, obviously. But I'm also a big Red Hot Chili Peppers fan.
Oh, don't get me started on that. Those guys fucking suck.
I can't help it.
Don't get me started. Anybody out there listening to this bullshit, go listen to My Favorite Band Sucks. They did a whole Chili Peppers episode too.
I believe it.
One of my best friends, she just wouldn't talk to me for a week because I was complaining that they were at the Olympics. I'm like, why are they getting this asshole up here? They can't rhyme anything. They just start making shit up.
Well,
bebopping.
Yeah, I kind of like that.
Bebop. Skilly-doo, California. California. I like toast, California.
You gotta admit, though, for as much nonsense as they spout, the music itself
no, it still sucks.
Is fire.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
I will fight you on it. I will hit a girl.
Are you really sure?
Not if your
I
dad's
hit
Sergeant
back,
Slaughter.
and yes, my dad does look like Sergeant Slaughter.
My
I
dad
need to
again
find
doesn't
a
look like-
picture of him.
You know what? When we get the Patreon moving, you need to throw a picture up of her dad. Why haven't you got him to do it for Halloween? It just seems like such an easy, like mirror aviator sunglasses, and a drill instructor
I've
hat.
tried for years to get my dad to dress up as Sergeant Slaughter, and it's just.
I will tell you a cool Slaughter story. He actually sent my nephew, who's active duty. He just got promoted to sergeant, so he did send him a photo, like an autographed photo from one sergeant to another. Congratulate! I was like, that was really cool.
That's awesome.
Looking out for our servicemen. Go Sarge.
It's awesome.
Let's see.
Fucking great guy. Yo, Joe. Okay, well, it's in there somewhere.
I'm looking.
She's trying to whip out her fucking preciouses.
Okay, so this is the.
You're showing me like anybody on the internet's going to notice. Okay.
He's
oh
older.
shit, he really does look like Sergeant Slaughter. Holy cow. Like if he just like colored his mustache darker.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, when he was
even
younger.
looks like old man Sergeant Slaughter.
When he was younger, yeah, no, his
Yeah.
he's had that mustache my entire life.
Right?
Yeah.
That's
and
a porn stash, man.
once he started shaving his head back in the early 2000s,
The
that
panties
was
were
it.
falling. That was
It was like he
The-
looked just like him.
The first time I met this man, he opened the door, I look up, and I about shit myself.
See, if I tried to, like, my hair's receding. It's long, but it's receding, and I admit it. If I tried to shave my head now, though, I'd look like a white Ethiopian. It just, super thin with a bloated belly and no hair and flies.
I love how his entire like Facebook is all just like recipes.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, like,
Really?
drill
Yeah,
instructor
so, yeah.
stuff. Hey there, maggots. Try the veal.
It's funny because
If he talked like Sergeant Slaughter, I'd be on his dick so hard I'd be a condom.
no, he definitely doesn't sound like him though. That's for sure.
Very Rhode Island.
He's
very
very Rhode Island.
Oh,
The
one of those.
accent's very strong.
Oof.
And
John
it's
Cena.
funny whenever I go up there and I'm talking to my dad, I pick it up too. Like it gets bad.
Yeah.
At least he's
Yeah.
not Canadian.
Just yeah.
Yeah.
I hope I have a Canadian fan someday. I actually was just in Canada like 3 weeks ago. I went to Toys R Us
Ooh.
in Canada,
Yeah.
in
They
Langley,
still
British
have them.
Columbia.
They still
yeah.
have them up
Well,
there.
Toys R Us has been everywhere. They just ain't been in America for the last few years.
Yeah.
But you can still go across the border to Toronto, and apparently they're opening up like a bunch of stores. Because I went to one in Dallas Fort Worth when I went to a Comic-Con recently. I flew back, and they, I was killing time in Dallas Fort Worth Airport. And I was like looking at the shops. I'm like, the Toys R Us, get the fuck out of here. And sure enough, there it was.
Yeah.
Jeffrey in the house all day. And I was talking to the manager. She said, yeah, we're going to open up like 24 stores in America in the next year. I'm like, hell yeah.
Yeah. No, I've known about that for a little while.
And
They were
apparently
in
they've
like
opened-
JCPenney for a while too.
Yeah, but that doesn't count. That's
I
not
know.
Toys R Us.
I know.
Not where a kid can be a kid or a
No.
grown-ass man can be
And
a
that's
kid.
the thing is like you don't have toy stores.
Well, nobody
like
cares
that
about
at
toys
all.
anymore. Only us. Or people of our age care about toys.
Yeah.
Kids all want like a video game or a handheld or a phone or something that,
Legos.
Legos. Well,
Legos.
yeah, that's one thing I will
Legos
not
is
do.
kind of timeless.
Lego
Barbie's
is just,
kind of timeless.
Non-screen time Minecraft.
Right.
Now.
I can't do Legos. One, they're expensive.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
two, where do you put them after you've built them? Because I'm not taking it apart and doing it again.
Well,
And three, like, that's a rabbit hole I just don't want to go down. Because if I had like one little piece of like the Hogwarts, I would have the entire fucking castle up in my toy room upstairs.
I mean, we
Mhm.
do have a mutual friend who has a room full of Star Wars.
You know what? He's told
Yeah.
me about that, but
Yeah.
Stan's never actually showed it to me. So.
We've seen it.
Is
I-
it,
I hide-
is it insane?
It's pretty big. He's got a lot of them.
It's awesome.
I hid his Ewoks.
Yeah, we hid Ewoks everywhere.
See, like you've watched his house before,
Yeah.
and I'd
Yeah.
figure like I would go there and fuck with everything in that room. I'd be moving Lego minifigures all over the place.
It took him like 2 months to find the one that was in Slave One.
Yeah, the one that was piloting the slave one.
Oh, you can't call it Slave One anymore.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
it's Boba Fett's starship. That's just so dumb. It's
No,
just
no.
dumb.
I'm
Did
sorry,
they ever
that's
make a
always
Slave
gonna
Leia
be Slave.
minifigure?
Slayer
Yeah.
Leia.
Huh?
Slayer Leia.
Slayer Leia?
Yeah, that's what they call her now.
Slayer Leia.
You go into the Disney parks, you can find her, but it is Slayer Leia.
Because she slayed Jabba the Hutt, I guess. That, well, okay, that kind of works, but it's still Slave Girl Princess Leia.
Yeah.
Like in many preteens first boner.
They will try to get rid of it, and it's not happening.
I don't even think Carrie had a problem with it, did she?
Not really.
I mean, there was the thing about Jeremy Bullock.
Well, yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah.
The moon over Miami, the view of Miami, as he used to refer to it.
Yeah.
I mean, in the end, she owned it. So.
I mean, I mean, she looked good.
Yeah.
It's not like she had anything to be ashamed of.
I mean, so I think at that point,
I refuse to buy anything Boba Fett now because of that dumb bullshit. Though it's Slave One.
It is.
He's a villain. He's not a hero. I don't give a shit what the Book of Boba Fett claims. He's a bad guy. God damn it! No, I refuse. That was not my Boba Fett.
Yeah, you.
I didn't care anything about the Tusken Raider B story, and literally that show sucks because you had to bring in what's his name, the Mandalorian, just to for season 2.5.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll say I enjoyed the series like from a storytelling standpoint, but yeah, in the end, you can't make Boba Fett a good guy.
No,
he was one of the worst. He wasn't the worst, but he was definitely not.
He
was not a nice guy.
Not in the running for the worst.
We've talked about this before. It's the Han Solo thing. It's the man with no name. You're not supposed to know a backstory, and you're not really sure what side he's on. He's just Boba Fett. He's there. He's there for the dollars. That's it. That's the only thing he cares about is getting paid.
He's
good, bad, ugly. He's right down the line because it's whoever's the highest bidder.
He Angel Eyes.
Right.
From Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
All right. Well, there you go.
But yeah, so I hit Ewoks. That's where this originated.
Right.
Yeah,
we derail so much.
Every time I go to somebody's house, I hide a Spider-Man. And people are like, that's weird. How do you do that? Do you just keep them in your pocket all the time? I'm like, yes, actually, I do.
I wanted to like
There's one hidden in this room.
I wanted to buy like a whole like bag of like little army men and hide them in random places like his freezer, like the back of the freezer, and see just how long it takes for him to find them.